Hello viewers, welcome to Literary Concepts channel. So today's topic is the epic. Now let us try to understand the concept of epic. Okay, the introduction part. The epic is also known as heroic poem. So the epic is also called as heroic poem. So it is a long verse narrative on a serious subject. It is a lengthy narrative which is written in a poetic form. Verse means poem. So on a serious subject means on a serious topic or theme. So it is told in a formal and elevated style. So it is narrated in a formal and a dignified style, in a grand style. So it is centered on a heroic or quasi-divine figure on whose actions depends the fate of a tribe, a nation, or the human race. So it is centered means the story revolves around a hero kind of figure, a hero kind of person, the central figure, or a quasi divine figure. So, quasi divine, a semi divine like a personality, understand, and whose actions, so his actions, his heroic deeds, depend the fate of a tribe or the nation or the human race. Okay, the people of a particular race or a particular country or a particular tribal people. So the classic example of the epic, okay, in European literature are the Iliad and the Odyssey by the ancient Greek poet Homer. So the best classic examples here in European literature we find particularly in Greek. So the Iliad and the Odyssey, these two epic poems written by the great Greek poet Homer. Now let us try to understand types of epic. There are two types of epic. One is traditional epic, another one is literary epic. So traditional, that is conventional, old way of writing epics. Okay, traditional epics were versions of what had originally been oral poems about a tribal or a national hero during a warlike age. So traditional epics were, okay, the variety of the versions of what had originally been oral poems. These were oral poems, orally uh, told poems about a tribal hero or a national hero during a warlike age. Okay, so during ancient period. So these are also called folk epics or primary epics. So traditional epics are also called as folk epics or primary epics. They are the basic epics. Traditional epics are primary epics. So literary epics, on the other hand, literary epics were composed by individual poetic craftsmen in deliberate imitation of traditional form. So, literary epics were written by some individual poetic writers, craftsmen means having the skill. Okay, so the persons who are having extremely skillful in writing poems. So, general, simple in a simple way, individual writers. So they have written in a deliberate imitation. So a very careful imitation of the traditional epic. Just like they are imitating the traditional form in a careful manner and they have written composed. So the traditional epics example epics are Iliad and Odyssey from Greek literature. So Iliad, the epic Iliad and Odyssey, these are two prominent examples from Greek literature. And Beowulf from Anglo-Saxon literature. So Beowulf is one more popular epic poem. So which was from Anglo-Saxon literature. The examples of literary epics, on the other hand, Virgil's Latin poem, the Aeneid, Virgil's poem, Aeneid, John Milton's Paradise Lost, Spenser's Fairy Queen, John Keats' Hyperion. These are examples of literary epics. Now, let us try to understand features of the epic. The theme of the epic is stated in the first few lines. So, that matter, the theme, okay, the topic of the epic is told in the first few lines itself, accompanied by a prayer to the muse. Okay, so started by a prayer. The statement means that is the topic of the theme is technically called proposition. The statement, the topic is technically called proposition in epic, and the prayer is called invocation. So, technically, the prayer is called invocation. The epic employs certain conventional poetic devices, traditional poetic devices, understand, such as Homeric epithet and Homeric simile. Epithet, so it is a phrase to describe a person. Simile, that is also a phrase to describe similar things. Okay, comparing similar things. Homeric simile. The action of the epic is often controlled by supernatural agents. The actions and deeds of the epic is often controlled by supernatural elements or agents. They are classical gods and goddesses. They are gods and goddesses. They control the action of the epic. The fourth point, the epic contains a number of thrilling episodes. So, very excitement episodes we find in epic. The fifth feature is the epic is divided into books. One particular epic is divided into different books, usually 12 in number. Generally, so it is divided into 12 in number, 12 books. So, examples of epic, popular examples of epic, Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. These are the two epic poems, okay, which were written by Homer. Virgil's Aeneid, Tasso's Jerusalem Delivered, Dante's Divine Comedy, Milton's Paradise Lost, and Spenser's Fairy Queen. So these are the popular examples of epic poems. Now let us try to understand mock epic and mock heroic epic. So it is another kind of epic. So it is a parody of the epic form. So parody means so that is ridiculously imitating the epic form. So in a, caricature manner, in a comic manner, so mock epic imitates the epic form. So it is originated in Italy first and then France. Okay, so Italy and France. Later, it was imitated in England. So later, it was followed and introduced in England. The theme is obviously unworthy, that is not serious. of the serious epic. So unworthy, it is worthless of the serious epic. So in the epic, which is very elevated and very dignified manner, the theme is presented. But whereas in mock epic, so it is in a trivial manner. The matter is the theme is presented in a trivial manner, which is not serious. Understand? So an incident quite trifling, so trifling in itself. So any incident, one simple incident presented in a trifling manner. Understand? Trifling manner. So that is in a ridiculous manner, in a imitative manner, in a comic manner. Understand? The jest, that is the fun, lies in the resulting incongruity between theme and treatment. So the fun in the mock epic, understand that resulting the incongruity means there is a inappropriate unsuitability and incompatibility between the theme and the treatment, whatever the topic and its presentation. You find there is no uh, incompatibility, not compatible between the theme and treatment. So there in that presentation you find a kind of mimetic and a, a, a kind of fun is generated. So for example works are the battle of frogs and mice. So this mock epic was a Greek parody of the Iliad epic and Rape of the Lock, which was written by Alexander Pope. These are popular examples of mock epic poems. I hope you understood the concept of epic. So, thank you.